Now on YouTube, it's time for some alternative commentary action with the Commenttary Hub.
There's headed by Marina, and it's 2-1 to Arsenal.
Look at that point! Goal for Manchester City!
Takes this corner, whips it in, it's headed and it's a goal, and it's that man, Gabriel.
Liverpool have equalised. Lovely improvisational touch from Curtis Jones.
Oh, what a goal! Wow, take it out! Welcome along to the Commentators Hub's coverage of the round of 16 in the Club World Cup. Is PSG or Paris Saint-Germain taking on Inter Miami. I'm your match commentator Russ Vernon, and I'll be getting you through the next 90 minutes, maybe more, for this game today. What a big game it is, as Inter Miami's captain Leo Messi takes on his former side in Paris Saint-Germain this afternoon, as we get ready for kick-off today. We've got a big game today, as I mentioned. Leo Messi's Inter Miami taking on his former side, Paris Saint-Germain. And let's take a look then at the two teams, starting with Paris Saint-Germain. In goal is Donnarumma. Back four then of Hakimi, Marquinhos, Pacheco and Nuno Mendes. Ruiz, Vitinha and João Neves in midfield. Zure just behind Barcola and Kvaratskhelia. Amongst the bench, Lucas Hernandez, Gonzalo Ramos, Ousmane Dembele and Warren Zaïre amongst those on the bench for Paris Saint-Germain this afternoon. Let's take a look then at the Inter Miami side, and I've already mentioned the player who's up against his former side. Leo Messi captains the side. They line up like this though. He's a star in goal. Reydant, Falcon, Allen and Albert across the back. Alande, Redondo, Busquets and Segovia behind the aforementioned Leo Messi, another former big player from Europe, now playing straight out in America. Luis Suarez amongst the bench for Inter Miami. Alves, Martinez, Rodriguez, Morales and Picoult amongst those on the bench today. Let's take a look at who the match referee is for you as well then. And the referee today is Wilton Pereira Sampio, assisted by Bruno Boschela and Bruno Rafael Pires. Mustafa Gobral is a fourth official. VAR is Nicolas Gallo Barragan, and Leo Dan Gonzalez is the assistant VAR official today for this game between Paris Saint-Germain and Inter Miami, taking place at the Mercedes-Benz Arena, the home of Atlanta United. Big game today. Who will come out on top? Will it be Paris Saint-Germain or will it be Inter Miami today? Paris Saint-Germain going through their last minute huddle, led by their captain today, which is Marquinhos. Leo Messi has just done his own huddle for Inter Miami. Kick-off then is very much fast approaching. It'll be Paris Saint-Germain to get us off and underway in their traditional colours. Both teams wearing their traditional colours today, as it'll be Paris Saint-Germain who will get this game off and underway in the next few seconds as we count down to kick off. Who's going to come out on top? Paris Saint-Germain or Inter Miami? As Paris Saint-Germain get the game off and underway with a long ball downfield, and it bounces straight behind for a goal kick to Inter Miami, the first goal kick of the game this afternoon. And we're underway in this game between Paris Saint-Germain and Inter Miami. And it'll be a first goal kick for Ustariu, and a really good game in the opening match of the competition. Inter Miami did well against Al-Hilal, 0-0 draw in that game, and both goalkeepers on that occasion, including Ustariu, were on top form Story will need to be on top form today to deny the likes of Barcola, Kvaratskhelia, amongst others, in the Paris Saint-Germain goal. And Paris Saint-Germain will know all about Leo Messi. And Luis Suarez, can they surprise Paris Saint-Germain into getting a big game out of a big result out of this game today? Surprise a few people will be expecting Paris Saint-Germain to comfortably beat Inter Miami today. Here's the ball into Pacheco, who can knoll the ball across to the far side, the left, and Nuno Mendes, and he can play down the line there to João Neves, who can keep the captain, who spreads the ball out wide to that far side, and Kvaratskhelia, who can bring this ball forward back into Nuno Mendes, who comes up from the back, and he can't get an end of that return pass from Doué there, who tried to play the back heel into Nuno Mendes, who is pushed high up the field. Supposed to play in the left back position today, but he's pushed high up the field. So too is Achraf Hakimi, pushed so high up the field. Here is the aforementioned Hakimi, and he gives the ball away to Leo Messi, and here comes Allende for Inter Miami. Allende's breaking away down the far side, the Miami right, and he can hold up the play, and he does well, but goes down. No foul in there, he just slipped as he tried to turn away from the Paris Saint-Germain players there. As now Paris Saint-Germain with Ruiz coming forward over the halfway line, and he plays a wonderful ball looking through to Barcola. Achraf Hakimi gets there after brilliant interception from Jordi Alba, the former Barcelona man. He faced up there, and Ruiz tries to deliver across. He breaks towards Luis Suarez, another former Barcelona man in this Inter Miami side. Also to is Sergio Busquets and the aforementioned Leo Messi, and former Liverpool man Luis Suarez in the lineup today, as well as we watch this game unfold. 3 minutes on the clock. Paris Saint-Germain 0, Inter Miami 0. If you're just tuning into us here on the commentary, we're also live on Storm FM, and we're also live as well on my very own personal Twitch channel today. Very good to have you with us over there, as well as Nuno Mendes. There's a ball into the path of Kvaratskhelia into the penalty, and it's still going. Kvaratskhelia ball caller. Shot saved by a Story. Fantastic save with his feet, and then Alba plays up towards Suarez. He goes over his head, and he'll come back for Paris Saint-Germain to break forward again there. But Kvaratskhelia almost opening the scoring there for Paris Saint-Germain inside the opening 4 minutes of this game, which would have been a poor start for Inter Miami. But Kvaratskhelia would watch Paris Saint-Germain with possession here as is the man fouled. This time by, I think it was Sergio Busquets who fouled him there. No, it was in fact the number 57 for the Inter Miami's, and Marcelo Wegdant, the right back, was the man who fouled him. As we'll just see the shot again from Barcola, saved by the feet of Story after brilliant work from Kvaratskhelia out there for Paris Saint-Germain. And the Story barking out some instructions as he watches on. Here is a free kick for Paris Saint-Germain to be taken either by Vitinha or Achraf Hakimi over on the far side, just a couple of yards away from the edge of the penalty area on the left hand side. Will be Achraf Hakimi with his right foot, or Vitinha with his right foot here to take this set piece, as those two just have a little word with each other before the referee gets ready for this free kick to be taken. His whistle has been blown. And will it be Vitinha or Achraf Hakimi? Vitinha towards the penalty, and the back of course going into the back of the net. And Paris Saint-Germain open the scoring, and it's come from João Neves inside 6 minutes ahead of the back post. And João Neves has opened the scoring for Paris Saint-Germain from that free kick from Vitinha, and the deadlock has been broken after just 6 minutes. And when you look at this ball into the penalty area, he's onside. Fabian Ruiz is offside. He doesn't go for the ball, and the man who goes for the ball, João Neves, is onside, and he has passed the Story, and it's 1-0 to Paris Saint-Germain They're looking across at the linesman saying that Ruiz is in an offside position here. But João Neves scores, and I don't think he's interfering with play there. Is Ruiz? He's not in the eye line of the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper still can see it straight away. And Suarez not happy there as he's 1-0 Paris Saint-Germain in this game as the ball is played forward, had a run in the midfield by Luis Suarez, but Paris Saint-Germain come forward again as the ball from Doué looking towards Kvaratskhelia is cut out there, and Paris Saint-Germain and can't take advantage of that attack there. It was a fantastic start from Luis Enrique's side up against Javier Mascherano, and it's Paris Saint-Germain 1, Inter Miami 0. Inter Miami give away a free kick there for an offside against Leo Messi. There is the goal scorer Neves on possession for Paris Saint-Germain into Marquinhos, now into the path of Pacheco into Vitinha, who can come forward from that midfield. Is unmarked as he drops the ball out wide to that far side for Kvaratskhelia, looking to get Doué away. And there's a man who's gone down there, Falcon, and he wins this side, a goal kick there. I think this is a goal kick, or will it be a free kick? I think he's given a free kick for the foul on Falcon there, the referee, which is Wilton Pereira Sampios. There's a shot there of Javier Mascherano. Watching on is, as his Inter Miami side trailed by a goal to 0 against Paris Saint-Germain. If you've only just joined us, there was a goal early on 6 minutes from João Neves heading home the free kick from Vitinha. And Paris Saint-Germain win possession back as they come now. Kvaratskhelia towards Achraf Hakimi, who can bring this ball forward. Hakimi now it's 1-2 there with the goal scorer Neves. Vitinha out wide to Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia down the far side of the left, ball in towards Ruiz inside the penalty area. Ruiz does well, holds up the play, pulls the ball back to Vitinha. Barcola tries to return the ball to Vitinha, and now here comes Leo Messi for Inter Miami as he tries to get Allende away down that right hand side, and Allende loses out, and Paris Saint-Germain can come forward again down that far side, the left, as Kvaratskhelia drops the ball to Vitinha, and now gets the ball back. Kvaratskhelia back to Nuno Mendes into Vitinha, Neves, Vitinha again, Neves once more, back to Vitinha, now into Pacheco, across to Marquinhos and halfway to this right hand side, and Barcola, who's dropped back from the forward line, as the Paris Saint-Germain forward line is very much fluid, they can go anywhere the front line. Barcola, Doué, Kvaratskhelia, even the midfielders can go anywhere. Ruiz, Vitinha, Neves can just pop up anywhere, and that's what happened with the goal from that free kick, as Ruiz gets it to the formation Doué. Now it's Vitinha to Kvaratskhelia. Vitinha again, who set up the goal. And on Kvaratskhelia is down off of the ball. The referee's seen able to play the advantages. Paris Saint-Germain come forward. It's Achraf Hakimi, ball in field there to Barcola, and he's looking to get the ball back here, but Marquinhos has possession. Kvaratskhelia is down on the floor. He's stayed down. He's been down for about a minute or two now, and his play was allowed to continue as we just see what happened to him here. He was blocked off there by the Inter Miami defence. I think it was Wegant with the challenge on Kvaratskhelia, and he's come across to check on him, which is good sportsmanship. Nuno Mendes having a chat here with the Inter Miami man and also the referee. Kvaratskhelia just went with the referee as he gets back, tries to get back to his feet any moment now. And towards 10.5 minutes gone here, is Paris Saint-Germain 1, Inter Miami 0. If you're just joining us, goal coming after just 6 minutes, should I say, through João Neves. with the opening goal of the game. If you're just joining us, fantastic goalie, well, as the ball will continue now for Paris Saint-Germain. Across the field pass to Barcola, down the line to Achraf Hakimi, back inside to Barcola again, and they can come forward. Alba, good ball back there. Now here's number 8, Segovia. Back he goes into the path of Allen. Back to the goalkeeper, Story, who made a good save with his feet early on, but then couldn't do anything about the header, which led to the Paris Saint-Germain goalless. Javier Mascherano just tells his team to just calm it down a bit. They're trying to rush things there, and he's just getting them to just calm it down, play it around, and just try and use the width of the pitch, spread the ball around from one side to the other. It's Jordi Alba, who played with Mascherano, Barcelona, is now being coached by Javier Mascherano. Paris Saint-Germain have the ball back with their goalkeeper Donnarumma. Gianluigi Donnarumma plays it into Pacheco, who can get this ball forward into Vitinha, who can find Ruiz now, and Ruiz back into Vitinha. Neves, and now it's forward into the path of Doué, who's put on the ball on this right-hand side, as tries to play down the line looking for Barcola. Into Miami, just tried to clear this ball away, but he played it. The number 32 there, Allen, played it off of Doué there and behind for a goal kick, which is good to see from an Inter Miami perspective. As we just see the goal again, as no one picked up João Neves. It was left unmarked to head on for Paris Saint-Germain. Just take a drink of my water there, as it's 1-0 to Paris Saint-Germain against Inter Miami. The ball is back here with Falcon to Allen. Allen spreads the ball out wide to Jordi Alba. Alba gets the ball forward to Allen, who can send it further forward. They're looking for Allende, who can't get after the ball there, as Nuno Mendes was too quick to able to get to that possession instead, as Paris Saint-Germain trying to come forward, but giving the ball away to Falcon into the midfield, and Suarez just lets the ball run underneath his feet there. I think he got a shout from Messi saying there was a man on, as he had a bit of time. By the time he realised the ball had gone past him there, it's PSG 1, Inter Miami 0. England women are taking on Jamaica in a friendly this afternoon ahead of the Women's European Championships. Well, they know the score at half-time and full-time in that game. But our focus today is the Club World Cup between Paris Saint-Germain and Inter Miami. Here comes Mendes for Paris Saint-Germain. Down the line to Kvaratskhelia. Ball into the penalty for Ruiz, who brings it down on his chest, and Fabian Ruiz does well. And is he won a corner here? The referee has said yes, and it will be a corner kick then to Paris Saint-Germain, which the number 14 Doué has gone across to take here for Paris Saint-Germain. He's having to wait here as there's a bit of wrestling match going off between number 55 of Inter Miami, Guilondo, and Paris Saint-Germain player at the near post, and Suarez has gone down as the ball collected back across, and he's bedded in, and it's 2-0 to PSG. No, the flag is up for offside. The goal has been disallowed. It looked like Paris Saint-Germain had doubled their lead. It could have been given for a foul or offside, but it was given for offside against Ruiz in the back post, so thought he doubled the lead, but the goal has been disallowed there, and it remains Paris Saint-Germain 1, Inter Miami 0. As Alba tries to clear it away, but Achraf Hakimi closes him down, and he's out of play for a goal kick to Inter Miami. The American side will have to try and get back into this, and when they do, they'll leave gaps open where Paris Saint-Germain could profit and just extend their lead even further. As it stands right now, it is Paris Saint-Germain 1, Inter Miami 0. If you're just tuning into us here on the Commentary Hub this afternoon, Russ Vernon guiding you through the action in the Club World Cup. Paris Saint-Germain 1, Inter Miami 0. If you're just tuning into us here this afternoon, can Paris Saint-Germain get back into the ascendancy on the front foot continuing? Will Inter Miami get back into this game somewhat as the ball is played forward down that far side as Kvaratskhelia gets it to Ruiz. Ruiz's cross is blocked there, and that's good defending yet again by Falcon across there, defending really, really well. And Fabian Ruiz there, brilliant bit of play into the penalty area. Looked like he took a deflection there, but he was not. As we just see the offside go from Ruiz again, and you can clearly see there from the semi-automated offside, there was clearly offside. Fabian Ruiz as he headed the ball into the back of the net, and Noah Allen for Inter Miami is down here on the floor. 17 minutes gone. It was Paris Saint-Germain 1, Inter Miami 0. Noah Allen down, injured here at this moment in time, and be a big blow for Inter Miami if he has to go off, because he's been really good for them in the tournament thus far. They're back forming a really good partnership with Falcon there, but as we stand at this moment in time, it is Paris Saint-Germain 1, Inter Miami 0. You can see there the stats on our screens for the game this afternoon. Paris Saint-Germain with possession, 75% possession to Inter Miami's 25. 2 shots on target for Paris Saint-Germain. As a total of 2 shots, none on target. Both on target, none for Inter Miami thus far. Paris Saint-Germain with 1 corner and no corners for Inter Miami. As we see Paris Saint-Germain lead by a goal to 0 in the Club World Cup. We're to have the stats up on our screens as well as we take a shot of the latest scoring from inside the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, as Allen looks like his afternoon is over for Inter Miami. It could be an early substitution here. And it looks like it will be an early substitution here as we Leno's coming on, and the man coming on for Inter Miami is number 6, Thomas Alves, who is replacing Noah Allen at the back. Alves is now on, and he switches the sides with Falcon. He's gone on to the right-hand side, Falcon to the left now after that substitution. So Paris Saint-Germain will have to target the right-hand side of the Inter Miami back line, because a new centre-back in there and could cause a few problems for him to he settles into the flow of the game, but may not take us quick here this afternoon as we see Paris Saint-Germain leading by a goal to 0 against Inter Miami. There's the game's first yellow card, and the yellow card will come for, just want to see who that one is the man who's just come on, number 6, Thomas Alves, is the man who's gone into the referee's notebook. Just come on, and his first challenge in the game has resulted in a yellow card. Thomas Alves has picked up the game's first yellow card, and that's the yellow card for Inter Miami this afternoon. Paris Saint-Germain 1, Inter Miami 0 is the latest score. João Neves drops the ball to Kvaratskhelia over on that far side. He's knocked it inside there to Doué, who can take control and find Barcola. Brilliant ball in front to Achraf Hakimi. Back to Barcola again. Drops it back to Ruiz in towards Barcola once more. Barcola times his run well. Back to Achraf Hakimi. His shot is blocked and he's pulled behind this time by number 55 there. Redondo and Paris Saint-Germain causing problems for Inter Miami rather than the other way around, which is what people would have expected. Paris Saint-Germain to cause a lot of problems would be the team in the dominant forces. Here's Doué again into the penalty area. His cross is headed away only as far as Vitinha on the volley. Straight down the throat of Astari with a comfortable save over the offside flag was up there. I'm not sure who was offside in there. As we watch this come in, Doué is offside as he received the ball back from Achraf Hakimi for the cross to come in, which allowed Vitinha's shot to happen. As the story is fouled by the Paris Saint-Germain man there, and the referee is not giving anything just yet, has he? Has he given a free kick here now to Inter Miami? He has, because the story he stayed down after that challenge. And it remains Paris Saint-Germain 1, Inter Miami 0. As we see the challenge there again, and it was a challenge from Barcola. He just, after the ball had cleared, he just went, put his legs straight in front of him, of Oscar Astaria, and he stayed down on the field of play here. Astaria, as we see Paris Saint-Germain slowly by a goal to coming up towards the first half of the first half. 22 minutes on the clock. He just had to grab hold of the referee there, the Astaria, just to help steady himself and stand back up. It'll be a free kick to it'll be a free kick to Inter Miami, with Oscar Astaria being the man who was won that free kick, and he's given the ball away to Achraf Hakimi, whose cross is blocked. Paris Saint-Germain will try and come forward. Here's Vitinha. Out to Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia in towards the penalty area. Back to Vitinha again. Back to Nuno Mendes this time. As Paris Saint-Germain look to come forward. Vitinha out wide. It goes here now. And a full bit of play for Kvaratskhelia. And now into Miami. Still try by a goal to nil as Kvaratskhelia has got the good bit of running on that far side. He's got the beating of his man. Wegant out there as Marquinhos into Neves, the goal scorer. Out wide to Kvaratskhelia, brings it down well. Doué is out wide there as well. And Doué brought it down well. Let's Kvaratskhelia now. Lines up a shot. Just whistles widely. That's the far post there as into Miami look to the eye heavens and live to say, and look at each other as if to say, where's the mark in here? Where is the closing down? And that's what we've got to ask him, because you can leave Kvaratskhelia space there, and he's just to find a warning sign there. Next time, maybe not so lucky if you leave him with that space again. As here is Achraf Hakimi to win the ball back for Paris Saint-Germain. Finds Ruiz into the path of the goal scoring Neves. Across now to Mendes. Down to Kvaratskhelia once more. Kvaratskhelia attacking his man Wegland down that far side. Kvaratskhelia does well. Drops the ball back there to a teammate there. I believe that was Fabian Ruiz, who loses out now. Luis Suarez sends Segovia away. He's got support in field. He goes out wide to the far side. Luat Alinde tries to get the cross into the penalty area, and he's blocked behind for a throw-in of Nuno Mendes, and remains Paris Saint-Germain 1, Inter Miami 0. If you just tune into his ear on the commentary of this afternoon, Russ Vernon guiding you through the action. You can see the teams down below us, as you can look at the screen and watch on as Paris Saint-Germain try to break away down that far left-hand side as Kvaratskhelia has got possession. Kvaratskhelia is attacking towards the penalty area. He cuts in field and he's fouled there by Wayland there, and remains Paris Saint-Germain 1, Inter Miami 0. As they see the stats have updated. Their total of 4 shots, 2 on target now for Paris Saint-Germain. A bit more possession as well now, Paris Saint-Germain. And it remains Paris Saint-Germain 1, Inter Miami 0. If you're just tuning into us, from a free kick from this sort of position on 6 minutes, so almost 20 minutes ago, allowed Paris Saint-Germain to take the lead. Can they double their lead from this advantage point, from the same position again. Will it be Vitinha with the free kick again? We'll have to watch. This time he's taking shots to Nuno Mendes. This time instead, different route, but shot was blocked, and he rebounds all the way to Donnarumma, who can get Paris Saint-Germain back on the front foot here as they will look to come forward again here now as it's crossed into Pachua there as he looks to find Marquinhos. And Paris Saint-Germain leading by a goal to nil as we watch this possession well for Kvaratskhelia down the left hand side into Nuno Mendes. Mendes does well. Ball back to Kvaratskhelia this time, inside to Ruiz back towards Kvaratskhelia, but there's header away there by Sergio Busquets back there helping out. Now Leo Messi. What can Messi do here now as he gets Allende away? Allende is charging towards the penalty area, so couldn't towards the box. Can he get there? He can't, and he's claimed by Gianluigi Donnarumma, who bowls the ball out to Ruiz as Paris Saint-Germain will look to come forward. He knows the man on him behind his shoulder, so brilliant play there from Ruiz to take his bit of time and move away from that gap there when he was trying to turn there and get the ball out wide to Kvaratskhelia, who drops inside to Ruiz once more. Inside the centre circle and across to this right hand side for Marquinhos. Crossfield play for Marquinhos to find Kvaratskhelia, brings it down well on his chest, taking into the penalty area. Still going Kvaratskhelia, shot is blocked by the story behind through a corner. But Kvaratskhelia again, causing a lot of problems down that far side. The left there for Paris Saint-Germain as we can bring you, as we'll be having you some more coverage later this week, and we'll tell you about that in just a moment or two's time. After this corner kick for Paris Saint-Germain, and we have another game later here on the Commenttary Hub as well. As a ball in towards the penalty area is cleared away, and all the way through for a throw-in to Inter Miami. And now I can tell you what's coming up on the channel later on this afternoon. Delayed coverage of the Under-21 European Championships encounter where England took on Germany last night, and the Young Lions retain the Under-21 European Championships. They took on Germany last night. Coverage of that game in full from Say this evening, and then on Tuesday 7:55 UK time in the evening, Real Madrid against Juventus in the Club World Cup round of 16 kickoff is at 8 o'clock on the Commenttary. Make sure you tune in for those games this upcoming weekend, which will be some good action there. Myself, I'll be doing the game on Tuesday. Russ Vernon will be with you on Tuesday for Real Madrid against Paris Saint-Germain, and the game later, which you can hear back from last night, was done by the talented Nicholas Jones, and I want to say he's done a remarkable job in the Under-21 European Championship for us. He's been the voice of England in their matches that we have covered on the channel. I did a couple of games on the channel as well as our coverage of the Club World Cup. As here comes Barcola for Paris Saint-Germain in the Club World Cup for Achraf Hakimi up against Inter Miami as the ball is cleared away. Here's Neves. Crossfield pass to Kvaratskhelia, brings it down well on his calf into Nuno Mendes, who turns away from his man. Ball in towards Achraf Hakimi on this near side of the right. And the ball back towards Achraf Hakimi from the goal scoring Neves is poor as Jordi Alba will play the ball down the line as Paris Saint-Germain win themselves, concede them a free kick there, foul on Redondo there as Inter Miami just win themselves a free kick and will try and play the free kick forward and cause Paris Saint-Germain a little bit of problems as we see PSG and Inter Miami play out. Again, we've had 30 minutes thus far. It remains Paris Saint-Germain 1, Inter Miami 0, and here's Achraf Hakimi as he rolls the ball in field, and the shot from Ruiz is just over the top of the crossbar there. Fabian Ruiz with a chance just over the top of the crossbar there, and he didn't take he leaned back there and he hit it first time. He didn't control it. He just hit it first time, and he was leaning back, and that's why the shot went over the top of the crossbar there. We've played 31 minutes of the game. Paris Saint-Germain 1, Inter Miami 0 as we watch on here. As Suarez pushes over Marquinhos there, and the captain for Paris Saint-Germain is down on the floor. He's holding his face here, and he never caught you in the face there. Get on with it. He's knocked you over in the back there, and maybe he's touched your back there, but he didn't touch your mouth where he was holding. There, Marquinhos, and a bit of play acting there from Marquinhos, in my opinion. Anyways, Paris Saint-Germain 1, Inter Miami 0 as we watch on here. Vitinho out wide and Ruiz further out to Kvaratskhelia, back to Nuno Mendes, who almost lost out there to Luis Suarez. As here comes Fabian Ruiz again for Paris Saint-Germain. It will lead by a goal to 0. That's a João Neves' strike on 6 minutes between the two sides here at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, as the ball in towards Achraf Hakimi, who is being watched by Jordi Alba. Good defensive play there from the former Barcelona left back, as he now sends the ball forward and towards his former Barca teammate Luis Suarez, as now is Redondo, as Paris Saint-Germain will look to come forward with possession. Leo Messi drops it back. Redondo, back he goes to Falcon, who's switched sides from the right of centre back to left. Alves just drops it into Redondo, back to Alves again, back to the goalkeeper now, Astario, plays it into Sergio Busquets. Alves again will look forward. Messi round the corner towards Elinde, who can't get there as Paris Saint-Germain win the ball back, and it remains Paris Saint-Germain 1, Inter Miami 0. There's two men down here on the floor, one for each side. Here's the Pachulo there, the centre back for Paris Saint-Germain is down. Elinde was the one who challenged it, and it will be, I think the referee's going a free kick to Paris Saint-Germain, which they've taken fairly quickly to give Kvaratskhelia over on that far side. Here's Ruiz. Back he goes now to Vitinha. And now Pacheco across to Marquinhos. And now Achraf Hakimi with possession. Back into Marquinhos once more. Across towards Barcola, who's in behind. And he's brought it down well. Barcola, well, goalkeeper, cleared off the line well by the substitute Alves. There, but the offside flag was raised again against Barcola this time. But brilliant work to get back Alves. He didn't realise it was offside. He saw the danger well, and he cleared it to us. Elinde with possession, just trying to keep the ball in play, but he can't, and he's out of play for a throw here for Inter Miami. It's Inter Miami who trail by a goal to 0 as we played 34 minutes. Normally we've had a drinks break by now, or a cooling break, hydration break, because of the temperatures in Atlanta. There's no cooling break needed this afternoon. It's Paris Saint-Germain 1, Inter Miami 0. As is Nuno Mendes forward into the path there of Kvaratskhelia, who can get this ball forward. What can Paris Saint-Germain do here now as Neves finds Marquinhos? Out wide to Barcola. Achraf Hakimi, then he gives the ball away as Paris Saint-Germain moves out. Here is Sedova, who's giving away a free kick. Suarez was in there too. And Luis Suarez gives away a free kick as Javier Mascherano shouting out some instructions there to his teammate, to his players. They're almost their teammates, because Luis Suarez is one of his ex-teammates at Barcelona. So to his Jordi Alba, Leo Messi, Sergio Busquets as well. All former teammates with Javier Mascherano in his playing career. And it remains Paris Saint-Germain 1, Inter Miami 0. If you're just tuning into us here this afternoon on the commentary of Russ Vernon, guiding through the action as we see Achraf Hakimi just having a chat here with Segovia. The man here as we watch on is Paris Saint-Germain lead by a goal to nil here. And Kalia has gone down inside the penalty area off the ball. And you see what happened here, and his hurt is rolling around on the floor as we just watch this again. I can't really see anything in that there as Wagantes was the one nearest to him. Kavashkili remains down. Marquinhos having a word with the referee, being the Paris Saint-Germain skipper. And we watch here as the man has been watched on here as he remains 1-0 to Paris Saint-Germain in the Club World Cup as the corner is taken headed towards goal from Marquinhos. Just walked in there. There was a push in the back inside the penalty area. I think it was Barcola on Suarez. And it remains PSG 1 into Miami 0 in the Club World Cup. Round of 16 as a starting centre ball out wide to Elinde, who can get the ball forward, looking for Leo Messi, who can't get there this time though. He remains 1-0 to the European side. There's a ball over the top, can't pick out Doué there, the referee lets the play continue as he was being flagged offside there. Doué for Paris Saint-Germain, who was in behind the Inter Miami back line as Allende sends the ball forward. Messi brings the ball down, but there's a man down here for Inter Miami, is number 57, who's gone down here. Wegant, and he was fouled there by the PSG man over on that far side. Free kick is being given to the American side in Inter Miami. We've got Sir David Beckham as part of the ownership, as Barcola is charging for now for Paris Saint-Germain. Ruiz, and there's a simple tap in for Kvaratskhelia. There's not Kvaratskhelia, it's Nunes again. Yo Neves again, should I say, and Neves has doubled in Paris Saint-Germain's lead on 39 minutes. And it's Paris Saint-Germain 2, Inter Miami 0. And there's a poor giveaway. Ruiz is about to close him down. Barcola. Ruiz is onside. And I think he's just behind the ball as Ruiz plays it across here. As João Neves taps the ball home to make it Paris Saint-Germain 2, Inter Miami 0. And this could well and truly secure Inter Miami's path into the quarterfinals. And the goal was checked and the goal was given. And Paris Saint-Germain lead now by 2 goals to 0. As the ball is with Gianluigi Donnarumma. And the Leo Messi show against this former club may not be happening just yet. Could he inspire his team to a comeback in the second half? But as it stands, it's Paris Saint-Germain who trail by 2 goals to 0 through against Inter Miami. As we see the ball played forward there as Nuno Mendes drops it back to his goalkeeper Donnarumma there, and it remains Paris Saint-Germain 2, Inter Miami 0. They're just tuning into us here on the commentary of Russ Vernon and getting through the action this afternoon. We'll keep you updated at half time and at full time of England's women's clash against Jamaica in the friendly before flying out to the the UEFA Women's Euros. Speaking of the under-21 European Championships, you can hear the coverage of the delay commentary of the under-21 European Championships later this evening at 8:30, live on the channel. Nicholas Jones was the man yesterday bringing you that coverage. That's our next offering here on the Commenttary Hub this afternoon. We have got the Under-21 European Championships final later between England and Germany from 8:30 this evening. Will England Under-21s win back-to-back Euros? And then on Tuesday we've got live Club World Cup action again as Real Madrid take on Juventus. Join us on air from 7:55 for an 8 o'clock kick-off with that game on Tuesday evening. As we see Paris Saint-Germain 2, Inter Miami 0. Coming towards the end of the first half. No drinks break required today for the players, but he remains warm in our commentary position, but he's not as warm as it is up in the commentary box as it is down on the field of play in Atlanta. As there's a ball really run down the left hand side there from Nuno Mendes, who wins this side a free kick, and a yellow card has come out here, and I think he's gone to number 57. Weigand there is who picked up that yellow card, and he has. Marcelo Weigand has picked up the game's second yellow card. He remains Paris Saint-Germain 2, Inter Miami 0. He was his teammate Thomas Alves with the man who got the yellow card earlier on, and now he's just got one as well, the right back. Achraf Hakimi knocks the ball inside to Neves across now to the far side, and here comes Paris Saint-Germain with the ball forward. Nuno Mendes in towards Vitinha. Good bit of play to Achraf Hakimi. Is the offside there? The flag hasn't gone up yet. Achraf Hakimi rolls it in field, and Inter Miami just trying to win the ball back, but the way it slips there. Inter Miami win the ball back, and Jordi Alba gets the ball forward. He's given the ball straight back to Paris Saint-Germain. Here is Marquinhos into the centre circle, and Pachua across there to Nuno Mendes, who can play the ball out wide for Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia now with possession, watching on as we see the ball unfold. As here comes Inter Miami with a chance to defend the ball in, and it's 3-0 to Paris Saint-Germain. Is it Fabian Ruiz? I think it's an own goal from Thomas Alves. I think he's put the ball into the back of his own net on 44 minutes. We'll just get to see it here now, but Paris Saint-Germain have made it 3-0. It's onside here, and the cross from Doué is being put into the back of the net. Just trying to see who got the final touch here, and this angle man tell me it's an own goal. Ruiz missed it, and it comes off the chest of the defender Thomas Alves, who pushed into the back of his own net, and Inter Miami are 3-0 down, and it's staring at the battle of going out of the competition unless Leo Messi and co can find a way back into the game. Alves with the own goal on 44 minutes after a brace from João Neves in this game, and Paris Saint-Germain looks like this game will be won in 90 minutes as we enter 3 minutes at the end of this first period in terms of stoppage time, unless Inter Miami can change it around, and if they get the goal back here, it will be before half time. We could all change anything if we enter 3 minutes of stoppage time at the end of the first half with a ball played forward and a chance to make it 4 for Kvaratskhelia if he does well. And he does well, Kvaratskhelia. Still going Kvaratskhelia. And Alves, who put through his own net, gets the ball away through Redondo, who can clear up towards halfway, but Nuno Mendes is there. And Paris Saint-Germain are on the front foot yet again. It's Paris Saint-Germain 3, Inter Miami 0. Miss Alves with the own goal there, as you can see, confirmation of the third Paris Saint-Germain goal in the Club World Cup. And now, what can Paris Saint-Germain do here before half-time? Can they get a fourth, as Kvaratskhelia can't keep the ball in play over on that far side, as we've come towards the end of the first period. Is PSG 3, Inter Miami 0, as we come towards the end of the first half. 90 seconds of the 3 additional minutes as we watch this game unfold. Here's the number 17 for Paris Saint-Germain, Vitinha, who finds Achraf Hakimi into Ruiz. Fabian Ruiz into Vitinha, back to Vitinha, and now Marquinhos goes to Pachuca inside the centre circle, to the left hand side of Nuno Mendes, further wide towards the touchline, and Kvaratskhelia, back to Mendes again. Mendes cuts in field, drops the ball back this time though to João Neves, who came back to help out. As here they come now, Paris Saint-Germain with Vitinha in towards Barcola. He's offside there, Barcola will ball back to Achraf Hakimi, off the bar into the back of the net. Achraf Hakimi has made it 4-0 to Paris Saint-Germain before half time. And Paris Saint-Germain are just running away with this now. Achraf Hakimi with the fourth goal. And he was well taken, Barcola. Onside as that run was made. He is onside there, Barcola. Ball back to Achraf Hakimi. Off of the bar, comes back to him. And he puts it into the back of the net. And Paris Saint-Germain have a 4-goal lead before half time. And Achraf Hakimi may as well have just secured the victory for Paris Saint-Germain. And could we have another Bayern Munich against Auckland City's scoreline? The referee's just checking something here. I'm not sure, is the half-time whistle gone? I think it has, as Achraf Hakimi and Russ Vernon give each other an high five as the players walk off away. Yes, the half-time whistle has gone in the Club World Cup game, as it is Paris Saint-Germain who lead by 4 goals to 0. If you're only just tuning into us right now here on the Club World Cup, Paris Saint-Germain are completely running away with possession here for the game in total, as Paris Saint-Germain are 4-0 up here and are currently running away with the game at half time. And Paris Saint-Germain lead comfortably in this game. Goals from João Neves, one goal from Thomas Alves, and Achraf Hakimi has made it 4-0 to Paris Saint-Germain. Will we have more goals in the second half? Join us to find out shortly. But before we do go for our break at half time, I'm just going to bring you the latest score in the international women's friendly between England and Jamaica. England 2-0 up against Jamaica towards half time at the King Power Stadium, the home of Leicester City Football Club. In fact, it's now 3-0 to England. Ella Toone on 10 minutes, Lucy Bronze on 32, to Jess Carter, and Ella Toone has grabbed hers second of the afternoon in first half stoppage time. It's England 3, Jamaica 0, coming up towards half time there, and that game will well and truly now be over for the Lioness, for England against Jamaica, as they have got a really strong lineup out there, the Lionesses, and they look like to put a really good performance to get the game won, heading into the European Championship, heading into the Women's Euros. But at half time in our match this afternoon, it is Paris Saint-Germain 4, Inter Miami 0. And we'll leave you with the stats from the first half on our screens. Join us again in about 50 minutes' time with Paris Saint-Germain. See if they can add to their 4-goal lead. It's Paris Saint-Germain 4, Inter Miami 0. Welcome back to the second half coverage of Paris Saint-Germain against Inter Miami. Both teams looking to progress to the quarterfinals of the Club World Cup. But as it stands, it looks like it will be Paris Saint-Germain who will be doing just that. They're 4-0 up against Inter Miami as we get ready for the start of the second half. The officials and the Paris Saint-Germain players are back out onto the field ahead of kickoff in the second half, just awaiting the Inter Miami team, and they're just making their way out of the tunnel. Away to my left-hand side as they made their way out onto the field of play behind the goal. Away to my left-hand side, there's the captain, Leo Messi, will be looking to inspire his side to a second half comeback and a second half triumph where they turn this 4-0 deficit around. Can he and Suarez and co turn this game around for Inter Miami? There's going to be a double change for Paris Saint-Germain. Coming off is number 3, which the substitutions are being made in. Now it's number 5, Marquinhos, and number 8, Fabian Ruiz off to be replaced by Warren Zaire-Emery is one of the changes, and Beraldo is the other change for Paris Saint-Germain, I believe, as we almost set for the second half. And we're underway in the second half of the game between Paris Saint-Germain and Inter Miami. 4-0 the scoreline. Neves with 2, Alves' own goal, and Hakimi with the goals in the first half has given Paris Saint-Germain a comfortable 4-goal lead, which has allowed their manager to make the changes each side to rest a few players going into the second half so they can be fresh, ready for the quarter-final stage. Should Paris Saint-Germain get there, you would think they're going to get there with the scoreline that they are on at the moment in time, but never underestimate a comeback, never underestimate Leo Messi inspiring the comebackers. Rolando, as is the PSG team, is Donnarumma in goal, Mendes, Pichua, Beraldo and Hakimi across the back, Vitinha in midfield in front of the back four, Emery and now Neves in front of them with Kvaratskhelia, Barcola and Giroud in the line. We'll give you the Inter Miami side in a moment or two's time as we watch this second half unfold. It's Paris Saint-Germain 0, Paris Saint-Germain 4, Inter Miami 0. Says his Miami team is restoring in goal, the back of Albert Alves, who's on a booking alongside Falcon and Wegant, Segovia, Busquets, Redondo and Allende, with Suarez and Messi leading the line. Can goes to inspire Miami back into a position where they could potentially challenge Paris Saint-Germain in the second half, or will it be too much? That first half has been too much for them, and Paris Saint-Germain will just probably run away with it, in my opinion, though, as they're already 4-0 up, and it'll be more yet if they continue to play like they did in that first half. Paris Saint-Germain, it is the number 4 there, Beraldo, out wide to Achraf Hakimi, Neves, out to Beraldo again, who can take a touch with possession. Here's Emery back to Vitinha. And now here is the number 51 Pichua into Beraldo, as Inter Miami just chase shadows on the side of the second half as Kvaratskhelia cuts in field from the left-hand side. Allende won the ball back, but he's giving the ball away again. As here comes the number 4, Beraldo. Beraldo out wide to Achraf Hakimi, who's on the score sheet with the 4th goal of the afternoon for Paris Saint-Germain. The ball is played to this near side, and here's Nuno Mendes down the line. It goes, but across there, defending well is Wagantu, can clear away, and Paris Saint-Germain have to get back in numbers as Suarez can try and lead the counter-attack. Over on that far side for Jordi Alba. He can get the ball feeds Luis Suarez. Out wide to this near side of Weghand. Weghand with the crossing towards the penalty area. Off the head of Achraf Hakimi. Can Jordi Alba keep the ball in? He can have on that far side. Alba delivers the ball in towards the box for Suarez. Into the penalty, Suarez there. Can't get the strike away, Luis Suarez, after a ball in to him from Leo Messi, should I say. Messi in the edge of the box, which Alba found. He played the ball over the top looking for Suarez, and he couldn't take the strike in. Then he kicked the post in frustration there, Luis Suarez. He knew that was a chance for Miami, which they've got to take in the second half. You can't give up chances like that against good opposition. And they're all playing against good opposition, brilliant opposition, in fact, in the French, in the UEFA Champions League winners, Paris Saint-Germain, who did really, really well in the Champions League last season. As the Achraf Hakimi sprays the ball looking for Kvaratskhelia, a good defensive way there. We're going to get back to a star who gets Leo Messi away. And Leo Messi can bring this game ball forward. Leo Messi does well. Goes down there. The referee says no fouls. Here comes João Neves. We can't find Kvaratskhelia. Away and gets it back to Astari, who takes a touch. Rolls it into Redondo. Redondo almost losing out possession. Gets it back to Astari, who just clears the ball away. He's caught it there. Again, Astari, who's gone down. The referee waves play on. There's a man down for Paris Saint-Germain and in towards Kvaratskhelia, and it's claimed by the goalkeeper Astari, who got back up there, and he will look to get the ball forward. He throws it into Leo Messi, out wide to that far side, and Jordi Alba. Alba back to Leo Messi. Messi takes a touch. 2 touches, 3 touches, 4. Then lays it off as Alba gets it into midfield there for Busquets. Crossfield pass for Weghand. Weghand in towards the penalty to Luis Suarez inside the Paris Saint-Germain half of the field. Suarez comes deep into the centre circle for Busquets, who played together at Barcelona, did Suarez and Busquets. And now Messi round the corner, and this is a brilliant bit of play. So Gavier in towards the penalty area, trying to pull the ball back. He's still going back towards Leo Messi, whose shot is deflected over, and will be behind for a corner kick to Inter Miami. A good bit of start to the second half from Inter Miami, looking to get a goal back to potentially change the outcome of this game. And the referee is watching on here, the Chua just watching on and just grabbing hold of Luis Suarez. No letting go of the Uruguayan. He's now let go and pass him on to somebody else, which I think is the job for Nuno Mendes. So Gavier with the corner kick, short to Jordi Alba, now Leo Messi. Busquets round the corner, so Gavier is just offside, so he can't go for the ball. He now goes for the ball and lets it go behind. Well, because he went for the ball, the flag was going to throw offside. And we see that ball again from Messi over the top. Look for the one of Luis Suarez, who times was able to touch, just took it away from him and allowed Donnarumma to claim possession. As we see Messi just saw Messi come forward again a few moments ago. Lovely to see Leo Messi, lovely to commentate on him as well. Lucky dream of mine to commentate on a game involving Leo Messi. Never really got a chance in the World Cup when Argentina was got through to the final, but managing to commentate on him tonight, or this afternoon, or this morning, depending where you're listening from. As we move towards 53 minutes on the clock in this game, was 2.5 minutes played. It remains PSG 4, Inter Miami 0 is the latest score as we watch on here as we see the game unfold this afternoon as Paris Saint-Germain are comfortable leaders against Inter Miami in the Club World Cup. Can we get a further goal here, or will the game be too much for Inter Miami if they can't go on back in the next 5 or so minutes? I think the game will well and truly be done if it's not already done so far. It remains Paris Saint-Germain 4, Inter Miami 0 is the latest scores. There is Jordi Alba. Alba sends the ball forward down the line there into Segovia. Segovia plays the ball into the midfield, flicked on for Leo Messi, who can get back towards Segovia again, who can challenge for the ballers. Here comes Achraf Hakimi, who's already scored today for Paris Saint-Germain, as he gets the ball forward again. It's Achraf Hakimi over on that far side, and he's pushed over there as it remains Paris Saint-Germain 4, Inter Miami 0. Leo Messi gets Inter Miami away as his ball charging forward from that far side. It's out wide to Segovia from Redondo, who can't keep the ball in place. The clearance away there from Beraldo. It remains Paris Saint-Germain 4, Inter Miami 0. If you're just tuning into us here on the commentary, Russ Vernon getting through the action. We're also live on Storm FM, a very own personal Twitch channel. Russ P. Vernon _92 is where you can listen to us as well here on the commentary of Russ Vernon getting through the action between the game between Paris Saint-Germain and Inter Miami. Paris Saint-Germain leading by 4-0. If you're just tuning into us as a starter, gets the ball out wide there to Jordi Alba, who can't get the ball forward. He's out of play for a throw-in over on the far side. He's taken quickly into the path there of João Neves, who's already got a brace this afternoon. Out wide to Kvaratskhelia, who can bring this game forward. Can Paris Saint-Germain add to their lead and extend their lead quite comfortably to like 5, maybe 6 goals this afternoon? They've played 10 minutes of the second half. It remains Paris Saint-Germain 4, Inter Miami 0. A game that I've been on the channel every time I've done a game on the channel. We've had a goal in the game. It's never been a goalless draw, even if it's gone to extra time, and that's kind of the result of the end of extra time rather than the result after 90 minutes. If I do a commentary, I always count the result after extra time from whether I've had a goal or not in a game, as we had a goal in extra time yesterday in the Palmeiras Botafogo game in the Club World Cup as well. As here come Paris Saint-Germain try and make it 5-0. Can they do that? We're doing towards the penalty area, still going. But good defensive work there from Alves to get the ball away. As Alinde loses out as Paris Saint-Germain come forward yet again. There is Zaire who can get this ball forward. Wonderful bit of play from Paris Saint-Germain, who lead by 4-0. We've played 11 minutes of the second half. It's Paris Saint-Germain 4, Inter Miami 0. I'll give next time we have a stop and I'll let you know what's coming up on the channel in this next few days, as we've got another game later on this evening, plus a game on Tuesday evening as we see Paris Saint-Germain 4, Inter Miami 0, as we get this ball coming forward. Chua out wide to Nuno Mendes. Good bit of movement here as Paris Saint-Germain lead by 4-0 against Inter Miami. Can Paris Saint-Germain extend their lead in this game, or will Miami come back into it somehow? Kvaratskhelia gets the ball in the field. He gets it back. There's Kvaratskhelia and Snow got the ball. It's away from one. Plays the ball into Zaire Emery. Zaire Emery cuts the ball back. And do it with a shot there, deflects. And it's a comfortable save in the end for Oscar Astura inside the Inter Miami goal, who rolls it out to Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba cuts forward back to the star, who gets it to Alves, who can clear the ball long downfield. He's giving the ball away as Paris Saint-Germain will look to come forward again. Nuno Mendes infield to Vitinha. Ball in towards the penalty areas. Barcola turns and fires just over the top of the crossbar. Does the story get a touch onto that one? Don't think he does. As you see this again, Barcola with the brilliant turn away. Shot just over. And he does get a touch to star. It is a call to Paris Saint-Germain. Doué with the efforts here. Can he deliver a ball into the penalty area? He comes in and just over the top of the crossbar from Barcola, who had that initial shot which results in the corner. As we just see that chance again, a fantastic turn away from Alves, who he rolled really, really well, and then finding a shot at goal. Brilliant palm over the top of the crossbar, and he had to get something on that. So I think with the power of the strike, the ball went to the back of the net because of the power and too much onto it, but the height was good height for the goalkeeper there. And remains Paris Saint-Germain 4, Inter Miami 0. If you're just joining us this afternoon, goals in the game coming from a brace through João Neves, an own goal from Alves, and a goal for Achraf Hakimi to give Paris Saint-Germain a 4-goal lead in the Club World Cup against Inter Miami's. Paris Saint-Germain 4, Inter Miami 0. And a very good evening to Atty Blake, who said, wow, it's 4-0. Yes, it is 4-0. Just to explain how it is 4-0. And we'll get to Media Radio Jingles and Gaming comments in a moment after this attack from Paris Saint-Germain. Here's Vitinha for Paris Saint-Germain into Neves, who's got a brace this afternoon for Paris Saint-Germain against Inter Miami. Here's the Chua cross there into the path there of the number 4, Ronaldo. Ronaldo, can he get the ball for the corners? Here comes Leo Messi now for Inter Miami. Leo Messi charging forward. Messi out wide to Luis Suarez. Suarez back in towards Messi. He gets the ball, Messi on the edge of the box. Tries to turn, he's charged down. And Paris Saint-Germain get back and stop their former man from coming back to own them and find the goal past Gianluigi Donnarumma to give Inter Miami some hope that they can get back into this game. It's Kvaratskhelia can charge forward with possession here for Paris Saint-Germain. It was Paris Saint-Germain 4, Inter Miami 0 as we see the ball coming forward down the line. Here can we see Paris Saint-Germain Concedia as the number 21 is in possession for Inter Miami's. Allende towards Suarez. Now Messi. Leo Messi turns away from his man. Wonderful bit of play from Leo Messi. Still going Messi. He's got the ball and he tries to play in towards the penalty area for Segundo. Segovia, who was over there. A challenge from Wagan to win the ball back for Inter Miami against Paris Saint-Germain. There's just substitution now for Paris Saint-Germain, and coming off is João Neves, the man who's got a brace today. No hat-trick for him this afternoon as we see his 2 goals. There's the header for the first, and then brilliant bit of movement, and it's finished off a simple tap-in for his second. And it's PSG leading by 4 goals, so João Neves off, be replaced by Ousmane Dembele on 62 minutes in the game. As Middle Jingles Game says, good evening, Russ. Oh, PSG already leading 4-0. They're really good on there. Even with Leo Messi, PSG is still thrashing Inter Miami. Yes, they are, and you've got to say that PSG are just, and they probably at this moment in time, I don't know whether our producer would agree with me, but for me at this moment in time, Paris Saint-Germain are one of, if not the best side in the world right now in terms of Europe, and they could be best in the world should they go on to win this competition the end in July, on the 13th of July, where we'll have commentary of that game. The Club World Cup final will have the commentary of that match for you, and we'll have commentary of another round of 16 match coming up to you for you in midweek as a ball is played towards Legan to the right back who's got forward, which was Suarez. Now Messi. Here comes Messi towards the penalty area. Messi shoots straight down the throw there of Donnarumma. Comfortable save for the Paris Saint-Germain goalkeeper, and he's now got Doué away with possession. Paul agrees with my statement there, and he also says, and I'll go back to that comment in a minute, as here comes Paris Saint-Germain on the front foot over there. There's Barcola, back it goes well here now, as here comes Achraf Hakimi, who can't keep the ball in play. He's out of play for a throw into Paris Saint-Germain. He also goes on to say how demotivating for Miami. You see where he's going off and think, thank God, and then you see Dembele coming on, and yeah, that it must be, you're thinking, right, we've got rid of one of the players who's been torturing us today, and João Neves, Ruiz, those players who, and then you see Ousmane Dembele coming on, you see Zaire Emery coming on, 2 players in their own right who are good, as is this man here, Kvaratskhelia, who goes for a curling effort and just over the crossbar there from Kvaratskhelia there as he cuts in field and fired a shot just over the top of the crossbar, curling effort just well over in the end as he tried curling towards that top corner. But Paris Saint-Germain, with the options that they've got the likes of Dembele to come off the bench, they've fetched on. They've got fetched on Zaire Emery, they've fetched on Ronaldo, they can fetch on Ramos, they can fetch Gonzalo Ramos, they can fetch on Lucas Hernandez. Big players who can change, who can add more to the game as is. And then they're down the other end and he fires a shot just wide down at the other end, and good chance for Inter Miami to get one back. We managed to get in there. We see a shot of Inter Miami fans with their supporting their team. Then you see the strike there from Tado Alinde and fired a shot just wide. And if you look at the bench for Inter Miami, we've already fetched on Alves for an injury to Noah Allen. I'd said when he went off, Noah Allen, a big miss for Inter Miami. And he's proven that today. He's been one of the best players. With Gomer Alas, who can potentially come on and try and change something if needed. And let probably Picault as well at a push. Is the only 2 really you look at on the bench and think, yeah, those 2 can change it for Inter Miami. Whereas you look at the PSG squad, there's already players who have come on: Dembele, Zaire Emery, Ronaldo. Then you've got Ramos and Hernandez there as well as Achraf Hakimi, almost making it 5-0 for Paris Saint-Germain with a brilliant run into the penalty area and collected the ball well, brought it down on his chest and just fired a shot straight to the chest of a story there as Paris Saint-Germain look to add more goals to their game. But here's Leo Messi looking to do the same for Inter Miami gets Alinde through there. Alinde does well, holds up the play well. Delivers across towards the penalty area, chested away there at the back by the substitute Zaire Emery. Now Paris Saint-Germain trying to come forward down the other end, and it remains 4-0 to Paris Saint-Germain here. And you've got to say Paris Saint-Germain have been absolutely brilliant today. They've deserved their lead. They've looked comfortable when they've got the ball, even when Inter Miami are charging forward. They've looked comfortable. Then they've not really been struggling, as if to say, not been really many chances for Paris Saint-Germain to say, I'm worried here from Inter Miami's point of view. But you've got to, when you look at it, you've got to say, like, Paris Saint-Germain have just been completely dominant today. I would have to say probably deserve their leaders. Messi can't get on any of that ball for Inter Miami. Paris Saint-Germain coming forward again as they look to extend their lead in this game as Achraf Hakimi gets Kvaratskhelia away. He's onside Kvaratskhelia. He runs towards the penalty on the left hand side, but then the flag goes up very, very late against Kvaratskhelia there, and he looked like he may have just gone the fraction early, but the flag didn't go up straight away. And we've seen here, Paris Saint-Germain 15 attempts at goal, 4 from Hakimi, 3 from Barcola, and 2 from Nuno Mendes. They're the highest ones in the attempts at goal for Paris Saint-Germain in the game this afternoon, and in round about 20 minutes or so about the 18th minute, I'll be giving my producer the player of the match, which is sponsored by Commentary Services, and we'll have a chat with the team over there to see if we can keep the sponsor for player of the match here on the commentary for the upcoming season. As a chance here for the goal for the 5, and he's deflected over from the shot from Barcola, and Paris Saint-Germain almost getting, if Henry with the run through, we lost his footing towards the end, backheeled it into Barcola as if we had a double change for Paris Saint-Germain with Achraf Hakimi coming off to be replaced by Lee Kang-in. Lucas Hernandez coming off as well. He's replacing Nuno Mendes, so the two fullbacks are coming off to be replaced by Lee Kang-in and Hernandez. As we just see Barcola here, this is Achraf Hakimi's goal. His initial shot in the crossbar bounced back down and he pulled the ball into the back of the net as Achraf Hakimi is replaced. Here is Paris Saint-Germain 4, Inter Miami 0, as Paris Saint-Germain have used all 5 of their substitutes. Inter Miami have only used 1 of theirs as Paris Saint-Germain going with the corner quickly. The chop here just shot just wide of the target from Doué there, who had a decent effort. He opened up him as the corner was taken very, very quickly, and he went to the penalty area, got past Alinde far too easy, and his shot just went wayward. And then he was slipping as he hit the effort, and that's why he went wayward there. As the Starry sends this ball forward. It's an header won there by Ronaldo. As Messi sends the ball forward, too much on that for Alinde or Suarez to get after. And we've played 25 minutes of the second half. Paris Saint-Germain 4, Inter Miami 0, and no cooling break here today because the temperature's not that warm as it's been up and down the country. It remains PSG 4, Inter Miami 0, as Paris Saint-Germain look to be in comfortable lead here. Can Paris Saint-Germain extend their lead even further? As here they come again. Here is Kvaratskhelia with possession for Paris Saint-Germain. And there's a ball to the number 51. Chouo gets the ball across there to number 4. Ronaldo can get the ball forward as the number 19 there, Kang-in, who's playing well now, as is Ousmane Dembele, who's looked good today as he plays the ball through to Vitinha. Kang-in out wide, it goes to the far side as Paris Saint-Germain leading by 4-0 against Inter Miami, and they deservedly leading as well, as you've got to say, as here comes Lucas Hernandez forward into Kvaratskhelia, infield to Ousmane Dembele, ball in towards the penalty area, too much on that as Barcola can't get there. As a story read the danger well, claims possession and he stays down on the floor here. And the story is down here, I think he might be down here injured. He's held onto the ball longer than the 7 or 8 seconds it is, and it's Falcon who fouled him. So I think the referee will give him the benefit of the doubt there because of the injury they collected. It's Luis Suarez with possession for Inter Miami, back to Jordi Alba. His ball forward is cut out as Paris Saint-Germain win the ball back through Ronaldo. And it's Paris Saint-Germain 4, Inter Miami 0. If you're just tuning into us this evening, as goals in the first half for Paris Saint-Germain. Can they get one in the second half as well? Do a cross. Kang-in, out wide to Barcola. Zaire-Emery. And it's cleared away by Paris Saint-Germain. Goes in the first half. A brace for João Neves. An own goal through Thomas Alves. And a goal from Achraf Hakimi. It's played 4-0. Luis Suarez is not happy. Here as Pachua has gone down. He helps up Pachua there. And just look at this incident again. And he climbs over the top of him there, Luis Suarez, but he wins the ball cleanly. And Luis Suarez is the next player to go into the referee's notebook. And should Inter Miami turn this game around, Luis Suarez will miss the next game in the Club World Cup. Vitinha drops the ball back here to Vichua, who was the man fouled by Luis Suarez. But here comes Inter Miami with the number 8, Segovia. Can he get the ball forward? He can just run towards the penalty area. He delivers a cross. And it was Allende in there, and his header is saved by Donnarumma. And Donnarumma is shouting at his teammates there. He's not happy with the effort there on target. As here comes Paris Saint-Germain coming forward here now as they look to get forward. Here's Dembele, and the ball is out of play for a throw into Paris Saint-Germain. As there's a change as Segovia is a man coming off to be replaced by Benjamin Cremeshi for Inter Miami. That is their second change. Segovia off, Cremeshi on for Inter Miami against PSG. That's his involvement there, that little run down that far side. And he walks his way off. Cremeshi will come on for Inter Miami. Inter Miami will watch on here, and you've got to say that they have been poor today, Inter Miami, as we enter the final 15 minutes of the game. Is Paris Saint-Germain 4, Inter Miami 0. If you are tuning for us for the very first time today, thank you very much for doing so. As it remains Paris Saint-Germain 4, Inter Miami 0. As here comes Kvaratskhelia on this near side, the left infield to Vitinha. Vitinha across that left hand side of the man coming off from the outside position. There is it. The referee says no, and so does the linesman. They will continue as Vitinha has the ball again. And towards Usman Dembele on the edge of the penalty area. Dembele still going, twisting, turning. Offside flag is up now against Dembele. And it remains PSG 4, Inter Miami 0. If you are tuning into the game today, thank you very much for tuning in. Just getting down to I'm just whittling my play the match choices down to 2, and then I can decide which one to go for. I've been here the time in the game this afternoon. As it remains Paris Saint-Germain 4, Inter Miami 0. If you're just tuning into us here on the Commenttary Hub, Russ Vernon guiding you through the action today as we bring you this game in the Club World Cup. Paris Saint-Germain 4, Inter Miami 0 is the latest score. If you're just tuning into us for the first time today, very good to have you along with us as we hope you enjoy our coverage of the Club World Cup. Myself, Russ Vernon, been doing the bulk of the game, so if you've enjoyed my commentaries, as well as in behind there, get the ball forward, and he wins his side of the corner, does he there, Luis Suarez? Yes, going to the referee. Messi with the ball through, and Allende's offside, but Suarez isn't, and Suarez made the run for it. Allende stepped over the ball as he come towards him. Jordi Alba with the corner for Inter Miami towards the Leo Messi on the edge of the penalty area. Messi out wide again to the substitute Cremeshi towards the penalty area. He's Alberton in there, basically far side, and Luis Suarez delivers the ball back in, headed towards goal. and it goes up onto the roof of the net. Messi punches it back over onto the pitch. I don't know where to get on with the game. And it remains Paris Saint-Germain 4, Inter Miami 0. If you're just tuning into us here on the Club World Cup, Russ Vernon, your match commentator for this game today. I'm very good to have us with you as we will give you what's coming up on the channel in a moment as Dembele will bring the ball forward. We'll know what's coming up later today on the commentary hub. Russ Vernon with the coverage today. Here is Kvaratskhelia down the left hand side in towards the penalty area. Ball back to Dembele, but Inter Miami win the ball back momentarily. Kvaratskhelia again. Dembele, Kvaratskhelia once more. Kvaratskhelia across to Vitinha. Vitinha with the ball forward is cleared away. Back into Miami. Here's Messi. Messi will look to get the ball coming forward. So over halfway, Leo Messi. He's charging forward. Messi one way out wide to the far side. There's a chance here for the goal back. Is it potentially for Inter Miami? He's back with Jordi Alba. Messi round the corner to the substitute for Messi. Back in for Messi and a save by Gianluigi Donnarumma. Good effort there from Leo Messi, who had the effort there on target for Inter Miami. And now here comes Paris Saint-Germain down the other end. Kvaratskhelia is charging forward. Paris Saint-Germain just took their time in the second half, not really rushed anything. Excuse me. Because they don't really need to rush anything. They can just take their time. Paris Saint-Germain, they're 4-0 up, and we see the efforts again from Leo Messi. Donnarumma dived down and made a small stop. I think he just did that dive for the cameras. He was never really going to trouble the Paris Saint-Germain shot. And it remains Paris Saint-Germain 4, Inter Miami 0. And the ball is collected here by Vitinha, and he's looking well here, Vitinha, as he looks to win this ball forward for Paris Saint-Germain. He's round the corner to Barcola. And now here comes Messi away, but he's won by Barcola. He's done well there, the Paris Saint-Germain winger, come striker today. Coming towards the final 9 minutes of the encounter. It's Paris Saint-Germain 4, Inter Miami 0. If you're just tuning into us here on the commentary, Russ Vernon guiding you through the action in the Club World Cup. Zaire Emery finds Vitinha, and across now to this near side for Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia does well. Back it goes into the path of Zaire Emery. Further back, this time to Lucas Hernandez. Into Vitinha, one of the players who could be up for player of the match in my thinking. How wide it goes there. This is a good ball back to Paris Saint-Germain again in possession of Lucas Hernandez. Lovely run today from him. He's played brilliantly this afternoon. Fantastic performance from Paris Saint-Germain today in the far side. There is here come Inter Miami charging forward. Can they get a goal back? Ball behind Messi and Suarez. With Alinde who picks up possession. Rolando drops the ball back as Paris Saint-Germain get back in their shape to stop Inter Miami coming first. So that's to go back to a story here now. It's Paris Saint-Germain 4, Inter Miami 0. In around about 5 or so minutes time, we'll give you I'll pass over to my producer, the player of the match, as the ball is in towards the penalty area. Leo Messi's there as he cleared it away. And my producer today is one of the people when you've heard it on the channel before, Mr. Paul James. He'll be back at the start of the season, bringing you the commentaries again. After a break from the coverage this summer. as we watch this game unfold. Is Paris Saint-Germain 4, Inter Miami 0 as we watch this game unfold. Here comes Paris Saint-Germain as he looks to bring the ball in towards the penalty area there. Paris will into Miami. Suarez gives the ball away. Paris Saint-Germain will try and come forward if he can wear this grab, but Suarez is back with possession for Inter Miami. Busquets. Here's Jordi Alba towards Messi. Cut out there by Vitinha. Further out wide is Zaire Emery. Promeshi's there for Inter Miami. Promeshi has won his side a corner. It looks like he will be taking said corner. And the ball is back then towards the penalty. Sergio Busquets. Back it goes. Again, as Inter Miami try to get a consolation goal here. He's back with a story. Bob charging him down. The story sends it forward. There's a man down here for Paris Saint-Germain, but the play will continue. But the referee's sisters put the flag off to offside. Here's we see this. Here's the challenge there was on Lucas Hernandez by Falcon, who's helped up the left back for Paris Saint-Germain. And it remains Paris Saint-Germain 4, Inter Miami 0 is the latest score. If you're just tuning into us here on the Commenttary Hub, we're spending guiding you through the action this afternoon as we bring you this Club World Cup encounter between Paris Saint-Germain and Inter Miami. It's 4-0 the scoreline to Paris Saint-Germain. If you're joining in this game today, as we give you the play of the match very, very short, because here comes Paris Saint-Germain back in numbers as the ball is with Lucas Hernandez. Just sent over my choice for player of the match to my producer, Paul James. He's a man of many talents, is Paul. He can do commentary, he can do presenting, and he can even do producing. Really good work. With really good talent we've found here on the channel. He can even do commentary as well. Excuse me, as a throw in there for Inter Miami with Messi will take. Or will he leave it here? Messi leaves it for Jordi Alba. Take. He throws it towards Luis Suarez. Picks out Leo Messi on halfway, charging forward on the overlap is Weigand. Weigand gets the ball back from Messi in towards Suarez on the edge of the penalty area. Turns, goes down. The referee says free kick to Inter Miami, and it's in good position for Leo Messi territory. Will we see a Leo Messi special here from the edge of the penalty area after a foul on Luis Suarez? Messi of Inter Miami is lined up this free kick. Can we see a Messi piece of brilliance and a piece of magic from the Argentine to beat Gianluigi Donnarumma here? Leo Messi places the ball down. Zaire Emery is one of them in the Paris Saint-Germain wall. As Messi lines up, this is got Dembele stood talking to Jordi Alba. But it looks like Messi will have he's shaping up here to have a crack at goal. To have a shot at the target. Can Messi find the back of the net from here, just outside the D in the centre, just to the right as you cut in, right on the edge of the D, as it will be Leo Messi here to take the strike straight into the wall, and Dembele is there to bring this ball away for Paris Saint-Germain as the ball is played towards Barcola. It's been forced to be wide due to the pass which allows Miami to get back in numbers. Barcola, and good interception there. And it was Yeri took pass, which allowed him to get back in numbers. As here comes Jordi Alba. How wide here now to Luis Suarez. Here's Alba once more. Drops it to Busquets. Ball it forward here. And he's knocked back to the goalkeeper there. Brilliantly by William. But sure there as Paris Saint-Germain look to see this game out. And we'll give you, next time the ball goes out of play, we'll give you our player of the match. Which is, in an old choice, it was between one of two players. Both on the PSG side. And it's PSG 4, Inter Miami 0. And I can tell you the player of the match this afternoon, sponsored by the brilliant commentary services, goes to Paris Saint-Germain's number 87, João Neves. He has scored twice today. 2 fantastic goals from João Neves as Paris Saint-Germain are going to progress to the quarter-finals. As is Kvaratskhelia on possession. Wonderful ball for Kvaratskhelia. In towards the penalty of the back post. Shot from Dembele is blocked after Vitinha's pass. And it was blocked there by Sergio Busquets, who was back there defending really, really well here. It was Paris Saint-Germain who lead comfortably here now. And Paris Saint-Germain are 4-0 up as we enter 2 minutes at the end of the 90. So 2 minutes of stoppage time as a shot comes in. Tries to make it 5 as Dembele can't keep the ball in place. Behind for a goal kick to Inter Miami. And it looks as though the referees decided to get the game over and done with and help Inter Miami put Inter Miami out of their misery. As they will be exiting the tournament today. And they'll go back to MLS style. Palmeiras fan in the crowd watching PSG against Inter Miami. Palmeiras take on Chelsea in the quarter-final stage after Chelsea come from just 1-0 up. It was a delay for over 2 hours for a storm, and then the Benfica equalised in stoppage time through Angel Di Maria penalty, but late goals in that game helped Chelsea progress 4-1 in the end against Benfica. 2-hour delay in that match last night. As here is Kvaratskhelia down the line, it goes into the path of Barcola. Barcola in towards the penalty area and claimed by Ristori there. As we've got around about 30 seconds left to play, or just over. As the ball is picked up here by Jordi Alba into Sergio Busquets, and Busquets will come forward. Luis Suarez, how wide it goes now to Kremechi. Kremechi drops the ball back to Jordi Alba, and the ball is knocked back here again as well, as it's back to the goalkeeper Donnarumma, and here comes Hernandez as the ball is cleared forward, and it's the full-time whistle has been blown here in the clash between Paris Saint-Germain and Inter Miami, and 4 burst-off goals were enough to help Paris Saint-Germain into the quarter-final stage. João Neves with a brace, Torres Alves own goal, and Achraf Hakimi all in the first half secured almost all 3 points. The passage to the quarterfinals for Paris Saint-Germain. They will take on the winners of the game later today between Flamengo and FC Bayern Munchen. Get Harry Kane, and who's played for Bayern Munich, and take on the impressive Flamengo. Can they knock out Flamengo of this tournament? We're full time in our match today. As you can see these stats on our screen, it is finished today. Paris Saint-Germain 4, Inter Miami 0. Just before we do go, Let me tell you what's coming up here on the channel, here on the Commentary Hub. Upcoming broadcasts for you. And we've got, let's say, at UK time, it is the Under-21 European Championships final. England against Germany, delayed commentary from that one with Nicholas Jones. Then on Tuesday, live Club World Cup action again. Real Madrid take on Juventus at 8 o'clock on that evening. And then also, guys, I want you to, if you could do us a massive favour, please like and subscribe to the Commentary Hub and Storm FM on YouTube. You can, if you go down below this video, you can click the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and also press a like and subscribe. Also, if you can go across to our Facebook page, facebook.com/commentary hub, and also visit our Twitter feed at Commentary Live 1 over there as well. And also, guys, while you're subscribing on YouTube to the Commentary Hub and Storm FM, please subscribe and go give their latest video a like to the team over at Focus on Football, where they'll be bringing you commentaries like we do, and some of our team may go and help the team over there throughout the upcoming season. But full time in the Club World Cup round of 16 clash, Paris Saint-Germain 4, Inter Miami 0, as Paris Saint-Germain march on in the Club World Cup. Thank you very much for listening to our coverage of the Club World Cup this afternoon. I've been Russ Vernon, and until next time, here on the Commentary Hub with more live Club World Cup football, which will come on Tuesday. It's a goodbye from us all here on the Commentary Hub as Paris Saint-Germain march on to the quarter-final stage. Paris Saint-Germain 4, Inter Miami 0.